Hey everybody, it's Tuesday morning, 8:15. I'll check my microphones. I was all night thinking about getting my tooth pulled this morning at 9:40, so I was just getting ready to leave. I put on a dressy shirt, a button front that one of you all sent me as a gift. Thank you. And I was getting ready to leave and the phone rang and it was the dentist. And the doctor's not going to be in today, so they canceled my appointment. And she said they don't know when they'll get my appointment back, but they're going to call me with a new appointment. And I said, is it going to be months or weeks or days? And she said, no, it should be soon. So that's up in the air. I guess I'm not going for the tooth pulling today, which kind of makes me mad because I wanted to get it done and over with. Now I got to think about it again for God knows how long. I hope they get me in soon because it's almost impossible to get in to see a dentist these days. I was lucky to get into this one. Well, they just opened a new office. That's why I was able to get in there, because if it wouldn't have been for that, I'd have been waiting a long time. What's going on with my phone? Newsmax. The oral surgeon that operated on when he took those two teeth out in surgery there, when I had to have that tube in my neck and stuff, he retired, so don't have him anymore. I have to get another one of them too if I need surgery, but I don't think I'll need surgery. Okay, anyway, so no dentist today, so I think I'll just go see my mother. I normally don't go in the morning, but since I'm all dressed up and ready to go, might as well go up and see her. And I don't like to go in the morning because I don't know what I'm going to do. The home sent me a message that they're going to be doing work on the dining area and everybody was going to be eating in their rooms, but they already had people do that. So I don't know if the message they sent me just came in late or what the heck's going on with that. But anyway, if I stay till lunch, which I probably will, because by the time I get there it'll be 9:30 and 10:30, 11:30, 12. I probably want to stay longer than that. She'll probably want me to stay. So I don't know if I'll just go up to lunch with her, or I know she's going to be fussed up about it. She's going to want me to eat and stuff, but yeah, we'll work it out. And I think probably my brother will be there because he usually goes up in the morning. And his wife, maybe his wife. So anywho, we'll get moving here. And everybody likes to ride along, so I think I'll turn you back on when we get to Mountain Run Road. We'll have a chit-chat while I'm driving and show you the scenery again. And that's about it, so I'll be back. Stick around if you want to go for a ride. Well, heck, I just put it in gear to move, and they called me, Penfield. So they put me in for May 9th. I'm trying to put it on my calendar. May 9th, that's a Friday. May 9th at 9:40. I'll put in here dentist. 9:40. 9:40 a.m. because I'm dumb. a.m. 9:40. Add May 9th on a Friday. Okay, well, now I gotta wait some more, I guess. But that'll work. May 9th, 9:40. Remind me. I'll write it down everywhere. All right. let's go for a ride. Well, here we go. Same old mountain run road again. Seems like a lot of you like to ride along, so even though it's the same road, but the scenery changes. Boy, that tree is really amazing how fast everything turns green. Once the weather gets warm, it just explodes. So, what was I gonna say about yeah, I'm gonna, I think, go directly up here. I might hang around though. I don't know yet. I might find something to do and kind of kill time until after 12:30. I can kill 4 hours, 3 hours. Maybe I'll go to one of them car. Oh, brother. Oh, phone there, my dentist. Dentist, that's my alarm from my dentist. Which is no more. Okay. I want to maybe go to one of them car washes up here and run the sweeper in my van. I gotta do some organizing in my van. I should show you that tree there. Let's see if I can back up without getting killed. Somebody will probably come flying around the corner up here. Let's see if we can do it. That's a nice tree. I think this is a... Let's see. What's going on? This, might be an apple tree. Right there, is that an apple tree? Maybe. I think. Gotta get moving. I think that was an apple tree. I'm not sure though. My apple trees aren't. I don't see any flowers on them yet. I have. There's 1, 2, 3. 3 apple trees on my property. Well, 2, I guess. The other one's on my, what was once my mother's land. It is no more. That's so sad. My mother really got the shitty end of the stick there. Anyway, I think I might go to one of them car washes and get the sweeper and run it in here. I did clean, I sort of organized the back a little bit the other day, but it needs a sweeper run. And I want to clean out my console here. I got it packed with so much garbage and junk. I'm going to put it in a drawer in one of my drawers in the back of the van and get this console cleaned out. I can barely shut the doors. I keep shoving, you know, napkins in there. Everything goes in the console now. Half the stuff I don't use anyway. The stuff I thought I'd use, you know, I put in there and I never use it. So I'm gonna clean that out today. I don't know. I might hang out till after 12:30. What else could I do? I could run in Walmart. Is there anything I need in Walmart? Maybe. I could probably, I don't know, maybe I'll go to Save a Lot and see what they got for meat on. Maybe they got something good I can buy there. I hate going in Walmart. Too many temptations in Walmart. I'd like to get, I got the heat on. It's 52 degrees right now. It's supposed to, I don't know what's going on with the weather. It's supposed to be in the 70s today, but then they're talking about some severe storms coming later. Maybe even hail and stuff, I don't know. The ones that were hitting the Midwest there yesterday and Sunday, and now they're coming this way. So I don't know. It sure don't look like it now. It's sunny, sunshine, clear skies. I mean, it's clouds, but not rain. It doesn't look like rain or anything, but it's like 80% chance of rain today. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with the weather. I want to organize my van, and I want to put that cot, my bed cot. You know, I have one of them army cots. Like, I want to put it back here and put all my stuff in tubs, and they'll go under the cot. I could go in Walmart and get some plastic tubs. Maybe I'll do that. I'd like to get ones that fit under the cot. I should have measured my cot, but I think I have a pretty good idea which ones I might want to get. So we'll see here. We're up here at the Boy Scout camp. There's the fisherman. See if there's some fishermen's. There is. Let's pull down in there and I'll show you. Oop, it's rough down here. Oh my goodness. It's pretty rough down here. Take you out of here. Show you there's some fishermen over there. There's the lake. It's not a big lake, but they stock it with trout. Where are we here? Oh, about there. They stock it with trout. The last I knew, you were only allowed catch and release, but they might have changed it. Well, they blocked the road off there. Guess I gotta turn around now. Wonder why they did that. They put a gate up there. So we'll have to turn around and go back up this way. Jeepers creepers. It's all rutted down here. People were in here when it was muddy. Now it dried up. And it's rough. We'll have to get out of here without getting killed. Oh boy. We're out. There's another truck there. The other day when all them people were here, this was a Boy Scout camp, so it wasn't a family reunion. They must have had a vendor there. Maybe like one of the rangers or something, forest ranger maybe was given some sort of you know, instructional class or something, I don't know. But nothing going on there today except the fishermen. Well, then nothing would be happening during the week, I guess. It's Tuesday. I never know what day it is when you're not working. It's hard to keep track of what day it is. My son now, he's supposed to come down tonight. That leak in the basement, the pipe, he's been saying he was going to come down, but he hasn't yet. But yesterday he sent me a message and said he got the pipe, the copper pipe, and he was going to get the valve. I guess he need a couple. Needs a valve, and then he's going to get that when he gets out of work. And then he's going to come down and do that. It's not really a major job or anything, but you know how them little jobs turn into major projects sometimes. So thank God for those shark bite fittings. They call them shark bites. so you don't have to do any soldering. And they work pretty good. You just kind of snap them on. They're a lifesaver. I have those on my hot water tank. I never heard of them until a couple years ago, but they work great. So he's going to do that hopefully tonight. He gets out of work, I think, at like 2. He works like 6 to 2, I think. He's usually home by 2:30. So check out his channel too if you get a chance. I have a link for it in the description box. He's kind of changing things up. It's called No Buck Solutions. And he works a lot on motorcycles and cars and stuff. But on his last video, he hiked through the woods up behind his house. And it was a nice video. You can see the scenery up behind his house. He lives in a pretty nice spot. So he took a walk through the woods and it was pretty nice. He said he wants to change up his channel and do a little more of that kind of thing. Like hiking through the woods and that. That'd be nice. He's young. He'll be 40. He'll be 40 in September. My daughter will be 40. Let me think. My daughter will be 43 in July. July 3rd is her birthday. I always tell her, dummy, you should have waited another day and you'd have been a 4th of July baby. She was born cesarean. My wife at the time had a lot of troubles with your pregnancy, and so we had to have it delivered. We had to have her delivered cesarean. I think that's what they call it, don't they? And then back in the 80s, at least at our hospital, once you had a cesarean, then you had to have the other one born cesarean too. So Kyle was born cesarean, C-section. So nowadays it's different, but back then. And the father wasn't allowed in when both my kids were born. Of course they were, like I said, C-section. I don't think I'd have wanted to be there for that, but anyway, that's how they came into the world. So my son will be 40. Hard to believe. My daughter is, I think I mentioned it, I think she said in August, she'll be done in the Air Force. She's not going to re-enlist, but she's going to be in the Air Force Reserves. So she wants to go back to school. I guess she's already got her agenda for school. I forget what school it is, down in Georgia. Her husband's he's gonna stay in the Air Force. He'll probably stay until he retires. But my daughter had 6 years. It was 6 years in January. So about 6.5 years in the Air Force. And then she'll be in reserves. So there's that. And my mother will be happy to see me, I think. She called yesterday. She still didn't get her hearing aids back, but they're fixed. And my brother has them. So he should have went up yesterday after I talked to her and gave her the... So I hope she has them, because she really can't hear anything without them. Even though they're not, I don't seem to think they're that great either, but And she was somewhat confused yesterday. She still thinks somebody's taken. I talked to my brother about it. What it is she thinks people are stealing stuff, but what's really happening is she's misplacing stuff, because he found a couple things that she said somebody took, and they were just in a room in a different spot than normal, you know. She said somebody took her Kleenexes yesterday. Why would somebody steal a box of Kleenexes? That's another thing I could do, is run in Walmart, because she said she only had one box left. I could run in Walmart and get some Kleenex. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll do that. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe they're going to eat in her room today. Maybe I'll stop and get her something to eat, and we'll just have lunch in her room. She always eats soup. She likes soup. And she goes to lunch or supper or whatever, and they always have soup and like a sandwich or something. And she'll eat the soup, but she won't eat the hamburger or the solid food, you know, like a sandwich or something. And then, you know, she has this problem of diarrhea. And I said, well, maybe, you know, if you stopped eating soup all the time, maybe that would help. But I don't know. She was like that at home too. I mean, as long as I can remember, she liked soup. She always made chicken noodle, or she made really good vegetable soup with like beef in it and elbow macaroni, and boy, it was good. Good soup. My dad, he didn't want soup. Usually she'd make whatever he wanted, of course, you know. And then she'd have soup. But anyway. They got construction going on up here. I think they're gonna... It's quite a ways up here. I don't know why they got signs for detour. I don't know what's going on. Detour. Anyway, I think they're gonna replace a bridge up here. They're putting in like a road that goes around the bridge, like they did in other places. They reroute you around the bridge, and then they tear the bridge out, put in a new bridge. See, it's way up here. I don't know why they have signs way back there. That guy's got a nice white Chevy truck there for sale. I wish I had a truck. I like my van too. Be ideal if I could get a little small truck too, because you can always use a truck. I want to get some plywood or metal siding or something for my garage. My garage is in good shape. It's solid. It's just that outside the guy that built it put that. Oh, they got stoplights here. What a fiasco. What's going on? Looks like Barnum and Bailey Circus is in town. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're putting a road around this bridge. Then they're going to tear that bridge out. They must be fixing to do it here pretty quick. So I'll have to put up with that every time we come to Du Bois. Summer is road construction season. There's a nice bed and breakfast there, that yellow building. If you ever come up and you want a bed and breakfast, it's right off Interstate. Interstate's just right up the road here. How long are we? 21 minutes. Do y'all like long videos? I don't know, it seems like it. I hate to make them too long. We're 20 minutes here. 21 minutes plus. So let me know if y'all like long videos. Let's see what the gas is up here. I forgot to check it down on the Minute Mart where I live. It's $3.49. I'm pretty sure it was $3.39 down where I live. So this place is 10 cents higher. They're taking advantage of being right off Interstate is what they're doing. There used to be a Sunoco station right up here on the right hand side, and they were always like 50, 60 cents more just because they were right off Interstate. That's Interstate right there. Interstate 80. So lots of landscaping going on in town here. They're planting flowers and stuff. Well, I think we'll end this one. Maybe I'll have some of my mother in a different video. Or maybe I'll just add it onto this one. I don't know. We'll see. So, keep an eye out for the storms today. Wherever you live, it seems like they're everywhere. Keep your head on a swivel, I guess. Keep your eyes on the Weather Channel. And have a nice day and stay frosty.